As the stream starts up, I wanted to thank everyone for stopping on by and thank everyone that had recently followed Mirror Pick, Prankster. Yeah, but that's a fancy spelling of Prankstar. Tyler Justify, thank you for the follow. Tyler Justfly, there we go, that's more correct. Amelia. I tried my best. Thank you for the follow. And Dana, my bad. Dana Arroway. Arroway, that sounds about right, yeah. Thank you for the follow. Okay, now today, if you didn't read the title, it's Code Wars. And it's Code Wars. And it's nothing but Code Wars. There might be some Code Wars related projects, but it's gonna be pure Code Wars. So let's start with the newest ones. Gonna see if there are any interesting new ones around here. Barista problem. I think that's some kind of ordering thing. What's narcissistic numbers? Number of length in which the sum of its digits is the power of n equal to the original number. Okay, 153 all to the third power equals 153. Okay, I can do that math, and we are doing it in JavaScript, of course. And here we go, I think. So basically, we need to first convert this to a string and then iterate over all the digits of the string and raise each digit to the power of the length of the string and sum those all together. And we need to return if that total equals the original digit, the original number n. So we're going to start off by converting it to a string, n.toString, because we are reasonable folks. Now we want to iterate over every character in a string. Now we can, if we want to do that normally, we can begin our for loop. But if we want to do this functionally, we would need to split this to turn it into an array, and then map over that array. So now we have digit. And what did we want to do with the digit? We wanted to raise it to the power of the length of how many digits there are. So we're going to say const. We're just going to convert into a string first, and to string, so that way we can have its length available to us. There we go. So it's going to be, and we can use mathpow or the exponentation operator. We'll use the latter, so digit, exponentation operator, and length. Now we need to sum this. So we're going to use the classic reduce. Just sum number, then it's sum plus num, and now we need to return if this equals n. Let's see if we're lucky. No first try. Okay, unexpected token. Yeah, the operators got a little confused there. Like when you combine the unary operator with the exponentation operator, it can't figure out what's going on. Well, we got some of them passing. So let's see why we didn't get all of them passing. Well, first we're just going to, so instead of returning this, we're going to console it because we're not getting our sum back. So const result equals this, the number, not the equality to the number. We'll continue to return result triple equals n, but now we're going to console log both result and n, and we're doing this in an object, so we get the free labeling. Okay, so yeah, that triple equals will never be successful because if we look real close, we can see result is 153, but n is a string of 153. So if we just go back to abstract equality, that's the solution, and let's do the big test. That is the solution. Now we can reduce this a little bit. There we go. Now we got a word wrap going on, but let's break that into multiple lines so it's a little readable. Now let's see if we can avoid the conversion to a string altogether. because there is a trick we can do that. Because remember, the only reason we convert it to a string and assign it back to itself is because we need the number of digits. We can also get that somewhere else from the third parameter passed to map. So remember, the first one is the value you're mapping over. The second one is the index. We don't need the index, so I'm going to use underscore. And the third one is what it is you're mapping over, the original array. So remember, since it is an array of digits, aka an array of characters, we can use the array length. And there we go. We didn't need to, we basically one-lined it at that point. Now, can we do this any better? I'm not so sure. Yeah, I think this is, well, we can, do the Codewarsy thing and optimize or reduce the character count of this by first swapping it out for the spread operator, which will turn any iterable into an array. Then instead of calling toString, we can use template literal of n, save us a few characters we really want. But that's nothing, that's basically just character count. I'm not going to see any performance increases. We can use triple equals now, since n is back to being a number. And I'm going to see if we can go back to using our unary plus in some way. We can probably do it with parentheses. We can. But if we're using parentheses, then I feel like I might as well go all the way and make it number. Now we could do the mapping before. So map, just say map number. So we convert them all to numbers, then we multiply the already numbers, where we raise it to the power of. But I think this is less performant, because if you have 100 digits, this is 100, 100, 100. So that's n to the third. So if we go back to here, we're going back to n to the second. But still, we can even optimize that further, because the only reason we're mapping these is that we can sum them up. So we can combine our map and our reduce into one. So if we do this, we need the number, we don't need the index, we need the array, and we don't add number, we add the result of, and this is not digit. Yes. No. Okay, that was a great thought. So because it starts off with the previous value. So what's happening is for 153, for example, it was 1 to the third, 5 to the 3, 3 to the third. But since I didn't provide an initial value with reduce, it just takes the first one as it is. So instead of being 1 to the third power, it just takes 1. But if I provide 0 as the initial value, then it starts off with 0, and then it runs this for every element in the array, and this works exactly as I expected it. There we go. I don't think we're going to get any better than this. I can one-liner at this point. That is the submission. Here it is in the chat. Y'all want to give it your try. And let's see what they did. Oh, so they used math power instead, but everything else is the same. They converted it back to a string. Let me see, they reduced. So they did the summing, but then they also did the unary operator. I don't think that was necessary. $sign equals n to string. Okay, so they did a fun thing you can do with default parameters. Let me zoom in on that one. So basically, you can take the existing default parameters, and every parameter that comes after has access to the previous one. So they said the string version equals n to string. To keep it one line, they did it as a parameter. And then they used that twice. So basically what I did, the same logic, but they used it in the function parameter so they can maintain the one-lineness of it all. And that is narcissistic numbers. Let's look at barista problem. Just take a peek at it. Okay. Got kind of the big story here. Let's see what this is. Since you have 3 customers, first is going to wait 4, second's going to wait 4, 2, 9, It's a bit of math. Not interested in going the math way. Rot 13. Let's see what that one is. I'm familiar with it. I think it just rotated 13 characters. Only supposed to substitute characters. Yeah, so it's basically Caesar's cipher, but with a cipher at exactly 13. So essentially the goal is like if you have A, you're supposed to go 13 characters after A and swap it with that. So first we're going to go through every character. So be return rot 13. I think we're gonna do it. Oh, it's not rot 13, it's string. We're going to do a replace. We're gonna do it. We're gonna bring out the rejects. How does capitalization handled? It looks like you just keep the original case. It does influence the math of the actual rotation. Let me think of how do I want to do this. I can just grab all characters, and then if they're 13, or no, if they're uppercase, I change my offset, which I think is what I'll do. So replace all characters with car. I think I just console log car for now. Just want to see if I got this right. Should test for something. Oh, great. We have test cases that they are right. So I gotta write them out myself. That's not the worst thing. Assert strict equal. Rot 13 equals rot 13 example. Now I gotta do it once more. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so I think that is correct. I broke the test. Parentheses somewhere, right? Yeah, okay, don't need those. Do need... Is that it? Just that pair. Okay, good. Expected something to equal something else. It's not doing what we want. Also not console logging, so let's just go back to old car. Oh, I and G. So the flags need to go outside the regular expression, folks. Now, the console log in my replacement function. What is going on? There we go. So we're getting every character as expected. So now I'm going to say const offset equals car.match AZ. Basically, if it is lowercase, then I bring out the JavaScript console to do the math for me. So a car code at 0 is 97. So if it is lowercase, it is 97. Otherwise, a 65. There we go. Now we get to do the offset. So it's gonna be off by 1, it always is, but it's gonna be string from car code and then car code at 0 plus. And I'm trying to do the math. And you subtract offset and then plus 13. Right? Because we need to math, right? Subtract offset plus 13 and then modulus around 26.5, then plus the offset again. So now order of operations is just screaming at me, so let me get this working. Parentheses there. I think it's going to be off by 1, but we'll see. So expected rot 13. So I got rot, but fx, so the capitalization worked, the lowercase didn't. Okay, so 9765. Did that math right. Interesting. Expected rot 13 fxbn. Rot 13 example EF. Okay, it's literally off by 1 character. So one of these are off by 1 character. Yeah, there it was. So modulus operator does the math. I was off by 1 apparently. Let's see if this is correct. It is now. I could try and one line this. I want to see what the second parameter is, because I'm going to use that trick I learned from the last one. Another one. See what that is. I'm just curious what it is, if anything. It's not telling me. Ah, there is data in here. That is very unfortunate. Maybe there's a third thing. If there's no third, maybe I can use that slot instead. Nope, I need to submit to get my consoles to appear. The third thing is there. Okay. Really going on my way to try to get this to work, but I am just so ready to use this new feature. Hold on, something's okay. So that's working, but something else isn't. Something. There we go. Had something not working. Now it is working. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. So this is fourth. So we're gonna say just empty quotes there, just consume and throw away. Then we're gonna say offset equals. I'm gonna do the trick I learned from before. Right, we can do that in default parameters. No, we can't. Unexpected token. Maybe I have to give these names. Okay, I do, and now it's working. Okay, now allow me to explain what incarnation I just did there. After I go full Codewars and one line it. Okay, so it's one line, but I'm gonna make it a readable one line. You making dinner? Apologies. So now we have our string, and we need to fix this one line because formatting was like, you need spaces. I'm like, I don't need spaces at all. So let's now explain what incarnation is doing. We're grabbing all the characters, ignoring their case, making it global. Then we're grabbing the current character and we're ignoring the second and third parameters, and we're creating a fourth parameter, and we're assigning it to equal a value that we have been able to calculate because default parameters have access to the previous values. So that's the trick there, and that allows us to basically say if it is lowercase, then we want to offset 97. If it's uppercase, we offset 65. And then we use that offset to first get the character code at the location, subtract it by offset, then add 13, because this is our logic. And the whole reason we needed to subtract it so we could use the modulus operator to say, hey, if it becomes 26, it needs to roll back over to 0, because there are only 26 letters in the alphabet. Then we need to re-add the offset so string from car code can convert it back to a character. And that is your rot 13 in basically one line. Hey, 2 Caillou. That's nice. So we see, yeah, same logic. Ooh, if it is less than M. Yeah, that must be another math way to do it. The actual alphabet. I guess that is an easier way to do it, huh? That was good. Let's see, let's line up. That looks fun. Several units in a line out of your sight. Given, and let me just, forgot to share that one. I will drop it in the chat for you folks. Let's see, line up now. Given a list of hints that indicate who is next to who in the queue. Rebuild the queue in appropriate order. White has black on its left. Red has green on its right. Black has green on its left. It's always possible. The hints can be in 2 different forms. Left or right. Each queue has at least 2 units. Okay, so essentially, it's, well, how big is my queue? Can it be? I'm trying to think of how to do this. So if white has black on its left, then I'm basically saying the index of white is greater than the index of black. Red has green on its right, meaning the index of red is less than the index of green. Ooh, I just got it. We're going to use the sort function because this is basically giving us -1 and +1, and it's in Python. That's awkward. Okay, let's try to think this one out. Because I know I was going to use the dot sort method in JavaScript, but this ain't JavaScript. I don't have dot sort. And the sort depends on having two of them. What can I do in Python? Python. I know this is like not the Pythonic way to do it. We don't do comparative functions, but I want to. Passing comparative to key. Oh, pass has CMP. Python 3, there is no CMP. Signatures now. Key. I have to use key. How do I do this? Oh, func tools, comp to key. Okay, that's what I want. What? Specific situation. Interesting. Ooh, I can make my own thing, check a lesson. That sounds like way too much work, though. Let's try and think. I'll leave this for later, because this ain't a Python party. Hidden cubic numbers, see what that is. Search non-negative integers with most 3 digits, which is the sum of cubes. Call them cubic numbers. 153 is a cubic number, so you sum. Oh, I just did this. Yeah, it might be the same author. They're hidden with other numbers and characters as strings. Find or not the cubic number in the string and make the sum of the cubes found in the string, if any. Huh. Okay. The group of most 3 digits are 0 and 1. 22, 3. Only such are cubic, and their sum is this. Return 0, 1, 153, 154. Sum of the cubes of their digits is the number itself, cube. So I think the 3 is always consistent, not based on the length of the number. Let's look at this. 29, 45, unlucky. Okay, but 3 digits or more follow each other. The first group's examined. The following is 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's every variation. Like 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's quite a bit of string logic. Let's not do that one. Okay, so we found the newest ones. Basically been through all of them though. Let's go through simple fun. It's a pretty fun series I like going through. Okay, timer, count the length of your ride in minutes. Unfortunately, you don't have your watch, you don't know what time it is. N minutes have passed since 0. Using the byte timer, calculate the current time. Okay. Oh. So it's a human readable time thing maker. I think I've done this before. Not in Python, please. No Python. So 240 is basically 4 minutes because 60 and 60 and 60 and 60. Okay, I understand that. Since the current time is 0, 4, the digits sum up to. Oh, then I sum out the digits of the human readable. Okay, so it's a little bit more than that, but let's do that. So we're going to say N is basically seconds, right? No, it's in hour minute, right? And where is counting the length of your ride? I mean, it honestly doesn't matter, because it's divisible by 60 either way. So I think, again, another math one. Don't know how we got here. We're going to say const hours equals seconds divide 60. And then we're going to math.floor that. Then we're going to say seconds subtract hours times 60. So if I look console log hours seconds, console log original seconds, the math should do the trick. So we had 240, now we're doing that. Let's add one more to this, 240, no, seconds plus plus, because I want to look at the output. That's some good looking output. Okay, so now we need to build that string they want. So const display equals, so essentially we're going to go ahead and use just normal string concatenation. That's literally one little string. So we're going to say hours dot to string add start, because they have to be too long with 0 character. Let's do that again for seconds. Whoop, bad keyboard. Let's reach over there. 4 seconds. Now we need to go through display. So we don't actually care about this colon. We're just gonna add them together. We need to go through all the digits and sum them up. So that is our classic reduce. So if we go through and we say display split, because we can't call reduce on a string, and now we call reduce with the accumulator and the digit. We want to say sum plus, and then digit is a string, so we say plus digit. Well, okay, we'll also initialize it to 0, so sum will also always be a digit. And we're supposed to do something with this, or we're supposed to just return it. Hey, it's supposed to just return it. Now let's clean this up. So hours equals this. Since I'm only using seconds once after this, I can, for seconds, I know there's a better mathematical way to do this. What is it, modulus 60? Instead of removing how many hours, just make sure it's always below hours. That is right. Now, do we need the zeros? So I added them because it said this is the display format you're going to make. I don't think we need the zeros. We do not need the zeros. Glad to hear it. Which means we don't need display as its own variable. We never need a display as its own variable, but this looks good. And now seconds doesn't need to be its own variable. I can inline it. Just use the modulus operator directly. Now hours does not need to be its own variable because it's used a grand total of 1 time. And now this is very long. So let's make this a little more readable. I think we will bring out the template literal at this point. So it's going to be the math of how many hours there are, combined with the math of how many seconds there are, which is seconds modulus 60. And then we'll go full Code Wars. We'll use the spread operator to convert to an array instead of the split method. And that is correct. I don't think there's any better way to do this, or any smaller way. But no, this is our solution for simple fun number 3, late ride, a 7 Caillou that is in the chat. And with that, I will take my break. Just realized the timer wasn't running, but it was running in my head at least. Yeah, with that, we will take a break. And the next one, let's see, let me get to grab the next ones first. You can see what that might be. Okay. Okay, some kind of math thing. Okay, let's see what this logic is. So teams. Output should be 1. Given information between the index of the best match or the one valid result, return the smallest index. So the best match is the match they lost with the minimum goal difference. Alia always wins between Zamalak. So Alia with the minimum goal difference. Okay, so you lost by 2 goals. This is the index we return. Output should be 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. I can count 4. We lost by 1 point. Okay, I understand that logic. And with that, I'll drop it in chat and we will take our break. Be sure to stretch, hydrate, relax, all that fun stuff. Welcome back from the break. It's just about ending. As I said, we're going to be doing that one solution or that one simple fun thing I found. It is in the chat. I will drop it in chat again, just in case. And this one seems like a fun, a little bit of math, but mostly logic, which are my favorite. So we need to iterate and find the one with the smallest point difference. Now, it has been told to us that the first array always wins. So we're going to say, well, I'm going to put my cursor in the editor, of course, const best diff. This is going to be the index. That's going to be -1 because we haven't found it yet. Well, I don't know. We're just going to try to go through this. So we're going to say for const. Well, we can't use that because we need the index in order to get the same value at the same position to get the value at the same position in both arrays. So we're going to need to use the index. So out comes the classic for loop. I equals 0, I less than. Since they're both the same length, we can just pick one. Say dot length I plus plus. Now we want to say the difference between them. Const diff. Now we know the first one is always larger, so if we do this index minus the other one index, which is Zamalek goals I, then we can say if that diff is greater than, well, you know, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change the rules. So we're not starting from the first one, we're starting from the second one, and we are automatically assuming index 1 has the best difference. So it's actually drops our complexity to like n-1. I know, it's a great improvement, but it's just like, yeah, we can optimize it a little bit, and I'm optimizing it so we don't have to perform extra logic to like handle, oh, this is the first one we've seen, so you gotta handle extra logic. Here, we just assume the first one's the best, because it will have been the best, because we've seen none at the time. So now we check if the diff is greater than. Now here's the thing. We need to do a comparison against the previous difference, but we're not storing it. So, okay, so this solution is getting less cleaner as I type it out. But we need to start off with the difference between these first elements. So if it's greater than best diff, because the reason we're keeping track of the 0 is we need to return the index. So if that's better than that, then best diff equals I diff, and finally return best diff 0. No, it failed. Okay. Expected 0 to equal 1. So this is on the first test. I return 0. We don't need less than. We don't need greater than. We need less than. An assignment to constant variable. Thank you for telling me that. Expected 0 to equal 4. Okay, let's figure that logic out. So I said, hey, 0, you get a difference of 1. You win. But then that one has a difference of 1. Why does it win? Return the index of the best match 0 base. If more than one valid result, return the smallest index. Well, 0 is smaller than 4 last time I checked. Let me try less than or equal to. That makes no sense. So the smallest index is 0, but I'm supposed to be returning 4. Let's do the math. 1 minus 0 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. They're identical. Okay, people, I don't have the... Oh no, it failed. Expected 7 to equal 1. So I returned 7, I was supposed to return 1. So I had 11, I had 10, I was supposed to return 1. But I returned 7, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10 minus 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. The difference is 1. Smallest index. Wait a minute. 1, 5, 0, 3. On both of them. 1 and 5, 0 and 4. Smallest value in the right one? That don't make... Huh. I am confused. I mean, that was a random test, so let's just hit it again. 5 to equal 4. 7 to equal 3. Okay, yeah, I'm literally not understanding that particular... I'm going to try to read it slowly. Given the information on all matches between the index of the best match, 0 based, if more than one valid result, smallest index. Okay, So best diffs. So we're just gonna make this an array now because I'm confused. And it's gonna keep track of all the best ones. Okay, so if diffs is less than best diffs is 0 index, then best diffs, we basically reassign it, we recreate it. Now if they're equal, so we're gonna add some more logic. If diff equal, yeah, I know, very wet code, but I don't understand the problem at this point. So if it's equal, then best diffs push an array of I diff. If it's less than, we reassign. Now let's look at best diffs, just so I can get a visualization of what it's supposed to be doing. Look to 1, 2 to equal 0. Yeah, return 0, 0. Expected 0 to equal 4. Okay, so looking here, 0, 0. Yeah, the difference between them is literally all ones. We're returning smallest index. That's a lie. We're returning the largest index. 2, 3, 4. Smallest. Okay, let's go. I'm confused. Let's go to the discourse chat about this one. Where is it? Down here. Discuss. Yeah, this one don't make any sense, folks. Should return 5 rather than 4. 1, 0, 2, 0. All equal 1. Want more points scored in the 5th rather than the 4th. 0, 1, 2. Oh, so it's how many points were scored. How many points were scored? Okay. So that should still be... okay, so we're going to use the trick here to get the last one. Best diffs. And I forgot to start the timer. Whoops. Let's get that timer going. I think it's been that long. Nope, not that long. More zeros. There we go. Okay, timer's going. So best diffs dot length, the last element in the array. No, that's not how arrays work. We need our symbols. Okay, so it's console logging. It's happy, whatever. Okay, so I got 6, 12, and 17. Expected 17 equal 12. I'm supposed to return 12. Index of 12. So let's count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 10 versus, well, 10 versus 9. So 1 is 14, 17 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 3. Okay, let's do this again. So console, we're just gonna do some mapping. So best diffs that map, and then we have, what do we have? We have index. Yeah, I do console log. We can do any of them because we know the opposite's gonna be just off by 1. Console log that with the index. Tell me your secrets. 5, 8, 6. Expected 9 to equal 5. So we're supposed to return 5, aka 1. Ah, the largest value at the index. Let's do it again. Expected 19 to equal 18. Let's return. Okay, I'm seeing it. Let me read the instructions again. Return the smallest index. It's not smallest. It's the largest. And it's not index. It's value. I'm very not understanding that, but that's okay. Once we have all the best diffs, we will be cheaty and we will sort them. So best, well, let me undo that because I needed some of that. Yeah, so sort them, sort A, B, then we'll say we want these values here. And it's, yeah, basically this index A, 0, minus same thing, so I copy and paste it. B minus 0. Then we pick the last or the first. Nope, that's not how parentheses work. Okay, will this lock it? Oh no, what now? Okay, let's do some more console logging on this. Basically, console log I had before, but diffs.map I then thing. So I'll just do I, comma, thing, I, so I can see the indexes because it's getting difficult to read. Okay, expected 2 to equal 1. So I'm returning the last one. So the values are both 3. When they're the same, Oh, minimum goal difference. Choose the one Zambilik scored more goals in. I'm understanding the question. I didn't get this part. Okay, so we need to get the one Zambilik scored more goals in. And then we need to get, if there are more of those, all the ones that... Okay, I'm getting it now. This is math. I got it. I just gotta write it out now. So first, we're not going to use this one anymore because that's what they asked for. We're going to use the Zam Elite goals. Makes no numerical difference, but feels better. Now, for the last part, we're going to need to essentially detect whenever it's equal and pick the one with the lowest index. So, well, first let's reverse this multiplication. Oh, I don't want to be picking the last one anymore. I want to pick the first one. Oh, no, that's bad, because I just passed the failed, or passed it with a random, basically. So I want to sort by this, and then, if this don't work, I'm going to sort by index. So it's going to be return this, or if it's 0, return the index subtracted. I want... Actually, it doesn't matter what I want, because I'm going to need to rerun it anyway. There we go. Now let me put in a test that's going to fail here, so I don't accidentally pass. You have no interest in passing when the code ain't doing what it's supposed to do. I know sometimes randoms are flaky, and that is how I passed it before. I'm sure of it. There we go. And what's my expected? Expected 5 to equal 4. Good test case. And now I fail, as expected. Well, actually, this should have worked, so that's sad. Let's put these in parentheses. More parentheses. Okay, expected 5 to equal 4. So once it's that way, I should go A minus B to reverse the sort. Okay, so I will... Okay, now I have to explain this. Here we go. So essentially, first we need to sort the array by who got the most points. So whenever we find that their difference is the same, we want to keep the one in which the second team got more points than the last time. Once we have that, there's a possibility that they scored the exact same amount of points in multiple games. If that's the case, then we need to choose the first game that they scored that amount of points in. Now I'm doing this all by putting it in an array and just storing it in an array. Obviously this isn't what I'm supposed to do, so let's say let best diff equals 0 and the difference between them. And then we will create our for loop to handle this properly. So no longer doing that. If they're the same, if the difference is the same, but the amount is greater. So if the difference is the same, so let's reduce, well actually let's copy this. I want to keep it before I wreck everything up. So if the difference is the same, remember 1 is difference, and I want to keep the one with the most score, and my score is greater than previous score. So current Zamalik score is greater than previous Zamalik score. So I can get with best diff 0 indexing Zamalik's score. Right. Okay, so if that's happening, then we're doing this. We're not pushing, we're reassigning. Equal I diff. Also, if this is what we had before, might be able to not think about it and just do it. Return best diff index. Oh, I didn't want to think about it. Okay, so best diff index, I'm doing the double. I'm assigning it to an array within an array, not an array. Yes. Yes, okay. So all that logic I had before, the sorting and all that stuff, you didn't need to do it because you're always looking for the one element in the first place. This can still be done better though, because we have two conditionals that result in the exact same thing. So it's going to be if diff is less than or it's equal, and now this will work. Did it not work? No, it worked. Okay. But this can be done better because I can combine the less than with less than or equal to. So if it's this and I don't think this will work actually. I do not think this will work. Yeah, that won't work. So yeah, we only want to check that we have a greater difference when we're equal. When we're not equal, we don't care what the difference is. Okay, so this is working. Now I can't optimize this as far as variable usages. So const goal equals, I grab the current goal right there. Now I can use this places. So I'm using it there, using it there. I mean, it's only using it two places to be honest. So if the difference is less than the best difference, or the difference equals best difference. So we're just gonna say let index equals 0. I'm going with two variables now. I don't know, it's a little hard to read. So we got that and best diff. So if diff is less than best diff, no longer index that one, or diff is equal to best diff and goal is greater than best index, the previous goal, then I broke it. Okay. Oh yeah, because best diff 0, just return best index. Nope, I broke it again. Okay. Goal is greater than previous. Oh, best diff. Yeah, that's not how we do this assignment. We do it in here. Best index equals I. Best diff equals diff. Save. No. Okay, I've broken a little something. It's not I. I mean, it is I. It's 0. It's not. Okay, that's also not doing what I want. And current goal is greater than previous goal at best index. Okay, so let's see. I shouldn't have broken that much. Huh. Okay, let's start going backwards then. We'll find out where we diverged. Let's not with the goal assignment. I know that's good. No, that's not good. What have I done? Oh, there it is. It was, I had that greater than equal, I had that less than equals to check still in there. So let's fast forward and remove it, and everything should work now. Hey, there we be going. Okay, let's figure out how to do this even better. We're using goal twice, we're using goal 3 times, we're using diff 1, 2, 3 times there. The best here. I could turn this into a reduce. Okay, Codewars folk, I know I could do that. I'm not doing that. I want this to be somewhat readable. I think this is it for me. I could invert this. Say if diff is greater than best diff and diff is not equal to best diff, or I can invert that, but I'm not going to. So I'll be happy right here. Loving it. And let me take a quick little peek. Okay, we have enough time for one more. I already dropped this in the chat like twice, so y'all don't need to see it again. Oh, I didn't look at the solutions. So they did the reduce method, or they did what would have been the reduce by setting it to one big variable. Hey, and here's the actual reduce, AGI or DGI. Yeah, okay. Oh, this person used 3 variables to not keep recalculating the ZF goal. Okay, that was pretty good. Let's look for another one. Range bit counting. Oh, first reverse try. That one looks easy. I know, that's my criteria. That one looks fun and easy, and that is my internet being slow. Let me make sure Yeah, okay, stream is still working. Reversing an array can be a tough task. Vectors are of basic. Instead of reversing it, she wants to swap its first and last element. Easy. Okay, so we have an array. We want to swap first and last. So if not array dot length return. Now the reason I did that instantly is because my eyes went straight to the test case and I saw this empty array. So I'm like, okay, gotta handle that. So that's been handled. Now the rest should just be able to work, right? So I'll use the fan. No, I'll do it normally. So we have const temp equals array 0, so array 0 equals array dot length minus 1. So that swaps it back, and then we say array dot length minus 1 equals temp. Let's return the array. Like so. No. Okay, so undefined deeply. How did I do that? Okay, let's console log it. See what did I do. I'm not going to go with a label because I can see it's an array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So temp is array 0. Array 0 equals array length minus 1. Array length minus 1 equals temp. Return array. What the? Okay, what if I just... Oh, there it is. Up here, if there's no length, I need to return that. Okay, my base case was failing. But now this is doing its job. So this works, but there's a cool JavaScript way we can do this with array destructuring. So we can say array 0 and array dot length minus 1. So we're already array destructuring. Oh no, I've done it wrong. This into here equals array dot length minus 1, and then array 0. If I comment out the old manual temp variable code, ta-da! So in order, what this does is this first it creates an array. So we read this from left to right, but in reality, this happens first, and then it does the assignment. So first we create an array of the last element, comma, the first element. And then, after those values are put into an array, they're done, they're read, they're primitives or they're copied over, all that good stuff. Then we say, okay, array 0 equals the first in the array, and then array length minus 1 equals the last in the array. So the reason this works is because this happens first, this entire block, and then this block happens second. Which is, because before it was line by line, but now it's like chunk by chunk. That is the neat little trick you can get for swapping two positions in an array. In Python, that's pretty normal. If you all know a little Python, that's like everyone knows how to do that in Python. In JavaScript, it's a little bit of a new thing that you can only do with the array destructuring. Ooh, we get some slice and concat and all that. So slice creates a new array. I'm not a fan of that. Concat, that also creates a new array, I think. Yeah. Array length is greater than 1. Pop, slice. Yeah. Am I the only one? First, last, rest, pop, shift. Okay. The no one? Huh. Wow, okay, looks like weird. Okay, I guess I was the only one who did it that way. And we drop that in the chat. And that concludes that session. Let me take a peek, see how much distance I've I know these last few ones, it's like I'm not gonna get anywhere, but just curious to see if I've gotten any progress. 44:33. Come on, user extension. That will be what I'm updating next session, by the way. User extension, it's failing. No, it's failing. Okay, well, I know where I'm at. 44. 4433. Oh, yeah, I'm number 4. Nice. So yeah, let's see if we can find another easy one, and then I will be working on my user script in the next session. Count the number of ones in the binary of both. The array is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so it's a range for the numbers to binary. Okay, yeah. This is going to be a great one that we will do. You know what? I'm going to be a baddie or write some bad code. We'll do it. We'll do it right now because this one looks like a fun one. So yeah, range bit counting. It's essentially bit counting. If any of y'all solved this kata before, probably the 8 version of it. But you do it to multiple numbers in a range from A to B. So just for cool factor, not cool factor, just for abstraction, we're going to make a second function, and I'll code warsify this later, but we're going to start with a second function called count ones in a number. And what this will do, this will convert the number to a string, So we'll split this by, now it's toString 2, because fun fact, the toString method takes an optional base or radix or radix, however you pronounce it, of what base of string to convert it to. So when you say convert it to base 2, that's binary, because you only get 0s and 1. Those are only 2 characters. When we do that, then we split it, and then we want to count all the ones. So we can do this 2 ways. Let's do it the filter way, because it's an easy way to think about it. So we have filter car equal, I'll use triple equals 1 dot length. That's one way to do it. And I'll come back around to show the other way once we actually use this function. So now we're going to go from A to B. So this is a basic for loop. The only difference is that we don't start at 0, we start at A. So looking at the example, A equals 2, B equals 7. We start at A inclusive, and we end at B inclusive. So if we do this in I++, this is wrong. This is not good because our for loop, whenever we make our for loop, if we use the less than comparison operator in our conditional, it is exclusive of this number here. It's exclusive of B, but look in the example, we want to be inclusive. So make this less than or equal to. Now we have our range of numbers. We can just console log to, oh no, format please. Okay, there we go. Now we can just console log just to see that they're there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. I like console logging just to make sure that I haven't lost my mind, and it's like, why is it doing something more or less? And it's like, well, you never checked to verify that your first code was working. So always love verifying the code is working. And now we're going to call our function that we added after we create an accumulator variable. So ones equals 0. Oh, down here, return ones. Now we're going to say ones plus equal count ones number. We don't have a number, we have I, and that should be the magic. Yes, it is. There we go. Now, I said I would show the other way of counting ones. Let's go through all the ways. You know what? So let ones equal 0 for const car of number to string. I'm going to say if car triple equals 1 ones plus plus. So this is probably the simplest way of counting how many occurrences of a single character there are in a string. Probably could get simpler using the classic loop for let I equal 0, I less than number dot string dot length. But this is essentially the same thing, just using the newer for of loop. Now we can go even further though, and let's do that. So that's that solution. We've seen that solution, we've seen the filter solution. And now we're gonna see, okay, I'm messing up my comments now. We're gonna see the ultra Codewars solution. So first we need to convert this to an array using the spread, convert the string to an array, which we get by using number, super Codewars, 1-letter variable name, and then we're going to reduce instead of filter, because filter creates a new array. We don't care about the array, we care about how many elements are in the array. So we don't need the new array, we need a count. So we use reduce and we use count. No, we use ones. We use car. Now, since we are reducing over something and we are changing the return type, for example, so we're not returning characters, we're returning zeros, should always initialize it to our initial value, because before it was going to be a random character. So now we start with 0 and we say 1s plus car triple equals 1. And then we're going to go full Codewars on this. This is a Boolean expression. It evaluates to a Boolean, car triple equals 1. That's either going to be true or that's going to be false. There's nothing else it can do. But we can make this a number with the unary. Well, actually, I don't know if we need to do that. We can make this a number. Nope, something's wrong. What have I done? Well, it was working before. Let's go back to simple. Nope, that's not right. I broke it, folks. Okay, I've really broken it, folks. Oh, okay, so classic mistake. So when you do this form of stringification, it calls toString basically with nothing. But we don't want that. We need it to convert to binary. So we need to say n.toString 2. We need to have the base passed to toString. So we need to do this explicitly, I believe. I'm trying to think, there might be a cool way to do this. That would be neat. Yeah, got a brush up my template literal syntax. I know you can do cool stuff. Tell me the cool stuff we can do, MDN. What's the coolness? How do I do it? Okay. Maybe that's in Python. I'm thinking it was like a thing you could put after it to make it a string. JS plus template literal base. It might not even be. Yeah, I don't think you can do it. So yeah, we got to use toString. Unfortunately, I know it's a real shame. But now I don't even think we need the unary operator. We do not, because JavaScript is dynamic. It will realize you're saying a number plus Boolean. It'll convert that Boolean to a number. If I do this, order of operations gets angry. It goes, oh, I see a plus sign, let's do this, and then check equality. So we do need those parentheses. Now that we've written these variations, I don't actually want to make count1 its own function. I just wanted to do that to show how the previous kata could be solved. But this is the Codewars way to do it. We're going to one-line it, because this is codewars.com. We're not going to make it any more one-lined, even though we could with an array from or something. But this is already less readable than one would like. But yeah, that is simple fun range bit counting. Please work. There we go. Let's see how the other solutions were, folks. We have so this is similar to my filter, but with a split. So the fun thing is when you use a split, you have to do this. It kind of counts, but it's off by 1. So they had to subtract -1 there. Regular expression. Whoa. Okay, so A. Let me read this. Oh, so they're using. Oh wait, what are they doing? Oh, maybe I didn't need to use I as a variable. Okay, they basically saved one variable by assigning A to 1 or A. Yeah, they really wanted to save that one variable. I don't know why. Okay, what are we doing here? And 1, 2, 4. Okay, so they're going through every index of the binary number, or like, I don't know, maybe not index position. So you got the 1s, you got the 2s, you got the 4, you got the 8, you got the 16, 32. I guess they were like, yeah, we're not gonna have 64-bit numbers. And then 64. So they're basically checking if there's a 1 in any of these. So they're doing this with the and. So they're saying, if my current index has a 1, in any of these positions, this will evaluate to true because 1 and 1, and then if you use the AND operator, I do not write this out often enough. That's close enough. So if you do that, then if any of these match in the previous number, then it will return true, or it's basically not 0. And then they increment it all by that, and then they use a while loop instead of a for loop to do their A to B. Again, that does save them the variable. So a lot of folks love saving that I variable. Hey, look, someone went the double function way I went to. Nice. That was a good one. Now, I could do another Code Wars, or I could do something fun. I mean, the Code Wars are fun, but I could do something else fun. So I have a user script that just broke. So I'm going to fix, and there are 2 things the user script needs fixing. So the user script, it adds these numbers. So you see all these numbers, these are great numbers, lovely numbers. So one thing that can happen, and I'm actually going to not scroll on this page anymore. I need to use following, or followers. Why are these lists? Hey, who's following me that I'm not following? 35 and 34. Okay, that's awkward. That's a me problem. I'll fix that later. But basically, we have this list of all the people here. And spoiler alert, this is the only way to really get your leaderboard. And this only works if you join the clan at when it was less than 500 people. I'm working on something that people can use to sync, but it's not ready yet. There's like 1,000 people in here. So what I want to do is basically write some JavaScript. Now you can see I have my user script in here, but I should have, please stop Firefox. Should have the JavaScript in here. Oh, I'm gonna have to go through history to find it. Okay, don't worry, there are no passwords in here, folks. That's a lot of history to go through. And maybe there's a way to search through this. Okay, I was helping someone from API. Comment renderers, I was doing something else. Okay, I was doing fetching. Yeah, don't worry, those tokens are all like super invalid now. Okay, let's figure this out. So hey, fun fact, we're gonna figure out how DevTools search through code history. This is a fun feature that should totally exist. Clicking on the up or down arrow? No. Oh, is it called console history? Oh, local storage, not console history. If that's so, then I can look at my applications tab. It's technically another browser window. Local storage, you have original DevTools. Oh, when was this written? 2017. Item index of IndexedDB. I don't want to click up the up arrow to go through the thing. Is there a control R? No, that clears. I did this in Firefox, but I did it with a set. So okay, I'm gonna try to look. I'm not gonna find it. I realize that now. Oh, did I just refresh? Oh, control R. I hit the refresh button. Okay, so I'm gonna have to re-implement this logic, which is fine. Basically, I need to go through all of these and get rid of all the duplicates. So let's just document query selector all. It's going to be query selector. This is a tag called username on all of these little rows. Data hyphen username. I was really close. So if you got username, then I want you. No, and I lost it again. So document query selector all, not all 99. There we go. So we get all the usernames, we get 150 of them. Then we want to do some mapping. We spread it, so we do, let's just log it. There we go. So we map row.dataset.username. Yeah, there we go. So we have 150. This looks great. Now when I pass it to a set, I still get 150 because there are no duplicates. That's great. There will eventually be duplicates though as I scroll through this. So what I will do is we will go for our break while I scroll. Yeah, so Let's take our 5-minute break. Everyone be sure to relax, stretch, hydrate, all that fun stuff. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, I did as I promised. I scrolled through the entire page. So I'm at the bottom, 2034, as it tells us. Now, it's kind of a spoiler alert here. Let me clear that. So we're going to go through and we're gonna basically just going to count how many usernames we got. 2034, as expected. Let's get rid of all the duplicate ones. 1945. That don't make sense, does it, folks? Because look, I got my count 2034 over there. Here's the thing, this is like a user script. This ain't Codewars officially telling us how many there are. Except it is. It's just the counting 2034 right here. Now, this ain't 2030 up here, but neither of those are 1945. So that's math, and that's bad math. So first what I want to do is I want to get them all, and I want to filter out the ones that aren't at the right index so I can manually inspect them. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to basically say, hey, for every name, we're going to get your index and the array. We're going to say, hey, we want to keep you if the current index doesn't match where you say you are. And we're going to do that by saying array.index of name not equal to I. No, not double I, thank you. There you go, so we have 89. So let's do the quick math. 1945 plus 89, 234. Great, so we basically got the names of everyone that's duplicated. Now let's just do a control F, Chavido. There's Chavido, and look, one of two matches. So they are 285 and 286. That don't make sense. Now if we go to their profile, I don't know who this is, by the way, so just looking, we can see it is the, so once it loads, please load internet, there we go. We see it's literally the same page. So don't ask me why it's duplicated on this page. It could be duplicated on the allies page too, but I don't know. But essentially we have duplication. We want to get rid of this duplication though. So the trickery, now let's look at another name, because I am recognizing something here. Zachariah. Again, 230 or 330, 331. The next one, T. Huber John. 75, 76. YLKO. KO. 90, 91. Are any y'all seeing this pattern? It's only on evens, and it's only when they transition. You can tell because there's no little border here. So what's happening is we're loading a page, and then we're loading the next page, but between page loads, the order changes in some way. So this list of usernames I'm seeing might not be accurate, which is kind of a bad thing for my script that uses this page, but since I'm using it so fast, hopefully things don't change, so I'll just be off by at most 3 hours as people dance around the borderline. But what is the solution? Because we have this many people according to the count, but we don't see all of them. Like we see some of them duplicated, which means some of them aren't visible. I don't know the actual solution to this, unfortunately. But I know how to get rid of the duplicates and do a little extra thing in which we filter to only see the people in certain clan tags. Because I know I have at least 2 clans in here. I have the big one and the small one. So one way we're going to try to do this filtering, and whenever we get a duplicate, we want to get the last page and the next page again. I don't know how we're going to do that as a user script, so let's figure this out. Wrong page. Code here. Nope. Opening the wrong editor. Code dot. And again, I have, as is tradition, forgotten my timer. So let's set that to what I think is remaining. Yeah, this is some old code. This is for calculating my honor, people's honor. Let's do our user script. Let's figure out fails if users on edge of page. Yeah, this is what I discovered earlier. This is my message for me to fix it, please. Okay, let's figure this out. So essentially, it's process table, which is triggered by like the rendering of whatever this page is. So when this fails, we need to essentially. So right now, I'm kind of being friendly. My user script is friendly. It lies on top of the existing logic. So the existing logic of this page, it's good, but what it does is first it grabs them all, and then at the bottom, it puts a table within the table. It works, but it's not really the best. So my options, or puts the table like below the table or something, instead of it being one giant table, which I mean, yeah, you can see that's where the border gets cut off at. So my solution, or my thought process here, well, first let's go back to one of the border people. Shavido. 423, 423. So what's happening here is someone could have moved from 423 to 423. We can check that by opening another page and scrolling down to 286 and seeing who's down there. I can almost guarantee it shouldn't be the same people. Like, we shouldn't have Shavido duplicated down there. 286, here we come. Like, wow, this person's scrolling a lot, aren't they? No, it is duplicated again. Okay, I'm looking at the network request at this point. I am concerned. So it would help if I actually opened it. There we go. We have one more. And here's our request. Yeah, so this is our requesting page 20. So we're just going to copy this as a curl, or as a fetch rather. Then we're just going to run it. And let's not have some personal identifiable stuff in there. Do not worry, these tokens will be dead by the time y'all see it. You know what, just for paranoia, since I was foolish enough to be like, this won't leak credentials, I will clear it real quick. Tootaloo, let me move this browser over there, log out and log back in. There we go, deauthed and reauthed. Let's get back to it. Where's my Firefox? No, I've lost it. Now I found it. Okay, yep. So let's see how this works. We basically just make this request. Well, okay, we got some stuff. Let's check the response of it though. And r.text. See, what do we get back? We get back HTML. Womp womp. So again, lots of stuff in here. We want to get this table though. Yeah, it's gonna be a little harder than I thought. The network tab again. The response. Yeah, it's got all the peoples and their names. Yeah, so this is 20, which has Maya Dreamstar, Alexter. Yeah, so 301 on. So let's go to the council. Oh, I literally just didn't have the network tab open, so I don't see what I want to see. Yeah, what endpoint is this? Let's make this big. Come on, Firefox, I don't want to see that. Followers. Okay, so it is followers. Following. Okay, there we go. That's the endpoint. Now we can look at it. And that's not accurate. It's impressive how I messed that one up. Let's refresh again. Huh. This is an interesting phenomenon now. There it is. Okay. Back to follow. I don't know if I broke something or did it break something. Let's look at my allies page, make sure this thing ain't broken. No, this is still working. Who's following me? All these people who I'm following. This subset based on the page I was looking at when I relogged. Okay, weird problem. Bypass it though. We'll look at this page now and we'll try and open our network tab, refresh on this page so we can see stuff happening. And yeah, followers. That's the endpoint. Now let's scroll till we get to 280, because that's the first one that fails. $570, 280. Oh, are the duplicates gone? Let's run our magic JavaScript code to find out. Don't worry. There we go. Let's zoom back down. Let's get the set version. There we go. 284. Now I clear off the set. 300. Okay, who's the duplicates? Now, where's my mapping? Oh, somewhere past up here. There it is. Who's the duplicate? Nicole. Come on down. Wow, number 16. How did that one get duplicated? I don't see it beside itself. Ooh, the list literally duplicated. So you see how I'm jumping between these and the list has twice on it? This is the big error, yeah. So essentially, as these come in, I yank them out and I rebuild my own table. That's the only solution. I want to see a different duplicate. That's 16. That means those are all these. The last one. Cat and motion. There we go. Here's an actual duplicate. 255. Now I just gotta find the network request that contains that person. So cat and motion. Gotta look at response or raw. That's gonna be tough to tell. Well, it's 15 per each, so let me try to math this out. 255 divide 15. So it's 17, so it's going to be 16, 17, 18. Let's look at headers. That's 18. I clicked pretty good. 16. There we go. So get the response for this. Cat and motion. Good. If I go back to the previous one, at the bottom of this page is cat and motion. Okay, so this is the behavior we don't want. So this one ended, and this one began. So I'm assuming this one is no longer accurate. So if I tell it to resend, which is at the bottom here, cat and motion, still there. Okay, so I want to resend the one before it. And which header is this? Page 16. 16, so I want to resend 17. No. I want to resend 50. Yes, okay, so if I resend 15, I should not have cat and motion at the end. I do have cat and motion at the end. Okay, nobody is missing. It's just literally returning that user sometimes twice. So this is supposed to be a paginated thing. It's saying it's supposed to be like everyone after or equal this honor. So I'm seeing what's happening here. We've got two 430 and 469s. Huh. What interesting behavior. Yeah, okay, so my solution to this is to remove them once I've already seen them, I guess. There's no one, so all of that was to basically try to find out if I'm getting double here, is there a chance I'm skipping over someone who's on the edge? Like who's really 256, but they get skipped over because the order changed? I'm quite confident if the answer is no. So let's just get rid of duplicates. So let's say nth equals 0, let scene equal new set. So we like sets, we want stuff unique. That's the whole point of a set. Now we want to basically go through every honor. We want to grab, we're not going through honors, we're going through rows of a table. But to grab that username, so we're going to say cost username equals row.dataset.username. If scene that has this username, then we're done. We're not returning, we're continuing. Because we don't want to render duplicate user rows. That part is good. Well, oh no, hold on. Remember, I have to remember this logic. This does not render the rows. This mutates the rows. So this will skip row mutation. The row will still be there. We want to get rid of it though. So we want to continue because we don't want to do row mutation. But then we want to get rid of the row. Now I'm iterating over the query selector of all the rows. If I remove something from what I'm iterating over, I'm gonna hope it works. This is gonna be tough. So how do I test this logic? If I just do this and I remove all the rows, document query selector all, for cost row of, I do row dot remove, but I want to remove evens, and I don't know, I just remove them all. Okay, that does kind of what I wanted it. I'm glad to see that happening. I'm just gonna YOLO it. I think this is good. Now more logic. We want a clan toggle thingamabob. So at the top here, I'm gonna inspect the UI to build this. So it's gonna be on our initial table load. So let's find how do I handle the initial table. When things change, set timeout 2.5 seconds. We can upgrade this to 5 seconds actually. I've noticed sometimes it doesn't, that's not enough time. So we want to process the root table, right? Now when we call process table, we just tell it to go and go. And we also want to do some more logic. So on the root table, we want to add another row. That's right, we're adding more to this. So if we grab the T body and we're just like, add a new row with 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, let's see how that likes. Let's see how that handles. So if we add a root, well, root is leaderboard. If we get the leaderboard T body, so we get const T body equals root.query selector T body. I know there's probably a built-in method to do this. I don't know what it is. T body. Now we need to insert child as first element. Let's see how we do that. Because I know there's like a few methods. There's an insert before. Maybe that's what we want. Ooh, a prepend. Ah, that looks good. I don't know if I need to pass certain nodes before the first child of node or replacing equivalent text. That's weird. I don't think I'm doing that. That's okay. Const roles equals document create element tr controls. How do I do the thing? Cell, insert cell. All right, insert at the end. So here's the thing. I need so many cells to just 1, 2. How do I want to do this? Oh, I can add a search box. That'd be cool. I'm not adding that right now. I'm doing a clan filter. So 1, 2. Oh, it's count. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the first one's a filler. Second one's a filler. Third one's the one I want. Clan filter equals this. Now we need to get the basically create at this point. Const select equals document create element. Select and select add event listener, change, and this will be update visible rows users, update visible users. That sounds right. I also want to get it from the current select, so maybe we do e update visible users e dot value. Let's do an object because that seems cool. Clan of e dot value or e dot target dot value. I probably want e dot current target to get this select. I don't know. That seems right. That looks good. Now we want to add this. We also want to populate this whenever the thing happens. This will be process table. Yes, process table adds things to the select. So this is another variable that needs to be out here. Let select equals null, because we don't have one yet. And now we'll assign it to this. And for every process table, we will add new clans to it. Okay, this is great. Yeah, we're not going to give you initial value or anything weird like that. We do need to add you to clan filter. End node and child, apparently. Select. Okay, so this here is my controls, my body. I need to append my body with my row. There we go. That's looking amazing. So yeah, we need to write that function, update visible users. Where do we want to do that? We'll put it, I don't know, it's kind of just disorganized. We'll put it up here. Update visible users. We'll destructure this since we only have one. We'll update a thing here. So we want to get the clan of the user. How do we want to do that? We just third thing, text content. Will that be enough? I don't know if this, what's text content, this thing. No, it will be enough. So 0, 1, 2. So for every row, we get the honor. That's good. One else we get the clan. Const clan equal row dot children. So 0. Oh, that's right. This is while processing. I only have 3 cells, so it's 0, 1 text content. Loving it. Let's do a trim because I'm paranoid. Now we're gonna say, we want to do something with this claim. We want to add it to the select if it doesn't exist. So how do we see JS select get all possible values? Let's see if it's just not in there. Options. So yeah, so that's a way to do it. We want to, yeah, I guess we'll do that. We go back to that snippet and use it. How do we get all options value? Looks like a good thing. So if clan, so select the values includes clan. So we're going to say if it doesn't include clan, we're going to add you a new option. So option equals document create element option. So that's how you type it. Option dot value. Well, we're using text content. We don't have a value. Text content equals the clan name, and then select append child option. Now select also needs to be initialized with like no options or all. So let's go back to there. Yeah, I forgot about it. I remembered it now though. That's okie dokie. Yes, it's when we append, and this is when we create it. So select append. You know what? Yeah, no, we're gonna enter HTML. I'm too lazy. Option all. Option, and we want to set this to a value of empty to be obvious. So when we have an empty value, aka when we have a falsy value, then we know we're just getting all of them. But when we have anything that's not falsy, we know we're only seeing the users that have this value. Okay, let us do this now. Let's see what we got. So we're adding that there. Good. That part's kind of the, I don't know if call it easy part. It's kind of the part. So now what we want to do is we need to update the visible users. So all this logic needs to happen. There's a console in here. We can get rid of that. Well, let me check something before I... Oh, my eyes. I'm sorry, folks. Let me copy this code and run away. Yeah, so for some reason it's not rendering myself in here, so maybe I need that console. Let's put it back. What's this code I found? So I want to get select values. How do I do that? So I just go through all the options to get the values. Okay, that's cool. So select options. It's probably not an array, so I gotta do magic array conversion with the spread operator. So if, and then I need to map the option, map option. I need to map the option to its value, option.value. So if the values don't include the current clan, then we create one, add it, all the lovely stuff happens. Now, let's figure out basically visibility. So I want it to be none if it's not in, or something else if it is in. So we want to get selected value. We want basically want to determine is row visible. I can do that right here. So I have honor, I have clan, I can do more filters, but I don't care. So we're doing cost is visible equals, so select has to have a value. So if select has a value, or if select doesn't have a value, or select that value triple equals the current clan. There we go. So row.style.display, I know how to spell display, equals is visible. So if it's visible, what's the default display? Can I just do unset or something? I don't know, then what is it? Unset, or none. Okay, let's get computed. Where is your display? Speak to me. B, C, okay, I gotta go down the style sheet. I'll just use the filter. So it's 4, right? Display, table hyphen row. I almost messed that up, didn't I? Loving it. So where's my ternary? If is visible. That symbol don't do what I want. Okay, great. Now for update. Essentially, I go through every row and I say, hey, are you visible? I'm just gonna explicitly set this logic. So, yeah, I'm seeing the wet code here, folks. I am seeing it. So yeah, this is the first time I've modified it. I need to actually test it though. So, I also got that weird bug, so I'm leaving the console log. Let us get this user script on the road, folks. Not that button, this button. There we go. Updated and guinea pig away. Fires, right? Thing catches on fire. Okay, let's delete some of these tabs. Don't need them all. It's a stylistically chosen select, huh? What's that? I don't know what that is. That's an old solution. Okay, but hey, the numbers are doing the thing. No, I'm not showing up. That's unfortunate. Because it's prime, right? No, that don't make sense. Let's put this console out here. Honor, self-honor, row next sibling, text content. That's not always possible. Honor and self-honor. Yeah, let's do this first. Oh, I need to update it. Welcome to the world of user script development, folks. Maybe there's a better way to do this, but I do not make enough user scripts to get invested in, I'd say. Let's think. Sorry, my brain was like, I'm thinking about something else. Okay, 109. Load. Nan. Who's Nan? Honor. I can't calculate your honor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something just got updated. So this is two things just happened. I'm seeing commas in that output. There were not commas in the honor column before. I need to go check some data. Clan output for the most recent. Y'all got good honor, right? Okay, this is good. Yeah, okay, the honors are all there. They didn't have commas before, people, I'm telling you. Okay, so that breaks my parsing of honor somewhere. Where am I parsing honor? Yeah, that don't work with commas. I'm doing comma fixing somewhere else though. My self parsing. There it is. Yeah, you replace all the commas with nothing, and you can parse numbers like that. It wasn't on that field before though. I mean, the site is always being updated, so I guess they were like, let's update it, and they did, and it's like, boop, broke my script. Boom, and okay, it runs a lot of stuff. Okay, so I see 4345. Okay, it didn't get the thing doing, so the numbers are working. That's a great improvement. Oh, because this belongs to this table. Yeah, do. Okay, so that's one problem, two problems. So many problems. Let's go with the easy one. We put this control somewhere else. Or we just fix your width, right? Let's style this thing up. I said style it up. Firefox. Oh, display. Width. Auto. Okay, I want less width. Width. One rem. There we go. How many can we do that? With max content? I want it to be like, no, I don't want max content. I want min content. On one hand, I want it to be basically as wide as the existing row. Is this responsive? It do be responsive. Huh. I don't want this row to make the other ones larger, basically. Clan. So let's say with 5ch, 5 characters wide. Let's put all. Oh yeah, all should be selected. Fun fact. Selected. And let's read that. Let's do height. Auto. I don't know why it's being like height. 1 rem. It's being very, very. Did I put this in a div? Will that make it good? Let's put this in a div. And close div. Are you good stylistically now? Will you be chill? No, you're not chill. You're unchill. Opposite of chill. Okay, I'm just gonna hard code some numbers then. Um, 1ch, 2ch, 3ch. Sure. Width is 5ch. Height is 3ch. Being weird. Let's. We are wacky. Okay, so let's do select and how do I get down there? Nope. What's the keybind? There it is. So select dot style dot this equals these things. I love semicolons. You can stay. Great. Can we get a text align center on this? Just for good measure. Yeah, text align center. Loving it. Okay, so that should be good for there. And then for my math logic. So my console logs will show me the numbers. Those are good. Okay, so let's do the math of it. Self is true. Honor is greater than self-honor. So if this honor is greater than my honor, true for all of these, and row next sibling, and row next sibling, York honor. Ooh, yeah, this parsing does not work anymore. Fixing it. Boom. Okay, that should actually fix it. So let's. So confident I'm getting rid of all the console logs. Look at that. Save, refresh. And now that select should look good. Should be able to re-add from what they changed the representation of numbers. There we go, 5-second delay. Yeah, I'm back on the list. Now let's get this select working. How about that? So if I select, all is supposed to be selected. Let's look at this. Option value is selected. Okay, I won't bother what's going on here. Close that. I select 100 devs. Table is not defined. That's okay. Line 32. Oh yeah, I just need to be documented at this point. Okay, this is good. I actually need a console log some of this because I don't know if it's working. So console log. Row.style.display. I should get basically 15 groupings of messages, which should be acceptable in my book. Of course, I have to update my code. Well, except for the first one. The first one is handling different logic. Again, wet code. I will try it out in a momento. There we go. Now let's go to our first block. Oh, we're not going to see it till we actually start clicking around. Okay, that's good. So we see that. Click that. We're all going table row. We're all going table row. Okay, so now I have to find the first non. So I can look at my stats for that. Who's the clan, who's not having this. I don't know what the other one is though. Yes, I'm literally looking for not equal. Can I use a regular expression? Oh, 6-4. Oh, there it is. Okay. Divinzara. Where are they ranked? 330. Okay, I gotta scroll for that. Like, I can also do a length comparison, right? Yeah, this is how I do it. Make sure there's exactly X characters in here. Make sure there's not exactly X characters. So regular expression, any character. 1, 2. No, I have to actually count. I didn't want to do math. How many selected? 30. Okay, so if they're exactly 30, then I match. So I need to match if not. Basically, if anything is not that much. So 129. Oh, that's literally only clan. Okay, let's do 31 to any amount. Okay, it's literally only one person that I'm following who's not in the clan. So I got you're my only test case. 330, huh? That's not too bad of a scroll. What was it? 330. Dev, no. I see your honors 330. There it is. Okay, weird dupe thing. Oh, no, there was no dupe. I was just being weird. Now let's. So yeah, I have it selected. We're gonna go through them all. Oh, look, the second one showed up. So if I only look at this one, they're all visible. Haha, they're all visible. Yay. My logic is wrong. Let's figure that out. Now, I'm gonna have to rescroll all the bottom to get all this set back up. Yeah, I will. That sucks. Okay, so let's step through this one by one thing and then. Okay, the width of this needs to go up. I can see that right now. Where am I setting my width? Let's manually jump in there. Increase. Come on, DevTools. I believe in you. I believe. Okay, let's increase the width. 8, 9. Oh, it's the color. It's not that. It needs to be a color or background color red. No, that one ain't doing it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out who. Okay, it must be some default stylings that are. Okay, let's look at it. Select background position. Ooh, okay, so we need to do like an all unset, don't we? I want to add it. Well, this thing just disappeared, huh? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I need all unset to be after all this. So if I copy them, drop them, will that resume it? I just want to override these existing stuff though. Okay, so I'll just take those values and explicitly override them. I want it to be like undo the thing, but okay. So if we do background none, is that doing it? Yeah, but we got some padding. Padding 0. There we go. Maybe we don't do background none. Yeah, I'm fine with the white. What is this? So I have, we got a new background image none. Oh, wait, is the background image? Okay, I don't understand that. Color adjust exact. What's that do? I have no idea. Background color, border color, appearance. Okay, we're doing stuff here. Okay, drop the line height. Nope. So many settings. Okay, now we're back into the browser. That's good. Okay, maybe I will re-add that background image because that apparently that's my arrow for whatever reason. So if I just go deeper, is that I don't I want less padding. I guess I want padding left for rem. Yeah, this is what I want, but I don't want it to like overflood the thing. You know what? I'm not here to style this thing. Okay, color black, text align center. Where's my styles? Good enough for me. Let's figure out why it's actually not functionally doing what it's supposed to be doing. So let's see. First let's do some JavaScript, right? Just grab the select and get its value. Probably other ones on the page. Nope. Select that value is exactly as expected. When I go back to all, it is empty. Okay, my logic for is visible just ain't working. Is visible. So it's going to be if select value equals current clan or there's no select value. That is the logic. So let's make this really big and bulky. Is row visible? I'll call this user row. That seems more accurate. And we have clan, honor, username. We're just adding all the stuff about them at this point. Yeah, so basically, let's put the logic in here now. If not select that value, turn true. So if there's nothing selected, then yeah, you're visible. Now we're going to say, we only have the clan to test for, so we're going to say if, well, we're just going to return clan triple equals select that value. I'll do it the other way around. We'll make sure that the selected one equals the current one. It has no impact on actual differences. It's just I order them that way. It seems a little better. So now we use this logic for is user row visible? Then we create the user. Well, let's say another little function up here. Function parse user from row. Now we basically copy some of this logic, like only the logic we need. So all of it, and then we'll remove what we don't need. So we got username is there, honor is there, and clan is there. That's exactly what we need. Username, honor, clan. Perfect. So parse user from row goes there. Let's go ahead and keep this code a little dry at this point. User equals parse user from row, or row. There we go. So we can ditch. Well, let's check user username. Start migrating this over. Ditch the row. Ditch the clan. Now this is where we do our check. Is user row visible? User. We pass nothing. So if it's visible, give it a style. Give it a display of table row. If it ain't visible, you get style. You get a display of none. There we go. Okay, what other things have we just broken by removing this? We need user.honor. And what other things? So what do I get for not living in TypeScript land? I have to manually check all this stuff is good. You know, I can... Oh, that's so tempting to just grab the next user. Let's do that. Be very, very dry. So we're going to parse next user basically from that. So this for the next user dot honor. Yeah, honor is the value. Don't have to do any of this parsing anymore. Lovely. Just absolutely lovely. Now, is user row visible? That logic's working there. Is user row visible? The logic's not working here. We need to parse user from row. And there it be update visible users. How's this work? It goes around telling everyone, hey, here's the new thing. Maybe we do need to. So I'm trying to think of the logic when the updates happen. If there's an update, does the value get it? No, I'm going to trust it by console logging it. So I'm not trusting it at all. Yeah, so we'll just yoink that in there since it has no more fancy parameters. Gotta get that semicolon. There we go. It just goes through all of them. It says, are you visible? Do the thing. Now we will go ahead and console log them. Console log row.style display. And before that, we will console log what the selected current thing is. So select.value, just so we can see in the console, why isn't it showing up? For all those changes, something has to be broken. So let's find out what's broken. Nothing's broken yet. That 5-second timer. There it be. Okay, so process table clan is not defined. Line 59. There we go. Not clan, it is user.clan. Use that again down there. Loving it. Save. Paste, save, refresh. Maybe I should turn down that 5-second timer at this point. Okay, good. Nothing caught on fire. We have all, and we have 100 devs. Now, if we click 100 devs, means the user clan, they all went to none, and they all went to table row. Okay, so my filtering is doing it for myself, but not for them. So when I create my name, it's good. But when I read someone else's name, it's not good. Okay, that is informative. More information than we had before. So how am I parsing names? So parse user from row. Row, children, 1, text content, trim. Ooh, I'm calling a trim. I'm not trimming myself, though, am I? User, parse self. Okay, where are we? Parse self. Wrapper. It's query selector, this thing. Here's the thing, I'm not caring about myself. So how is myself generating the correct stuff? Self.username. Aha. Okay, let's literally make a comparison. So I got me, and I got not me. Let's look. So this text content should equal this text content. And the eyeball says they're all right. Let's get the JavaScript involved. Clear, big row. Might be able to reuse this. Nope, delete that character, delete that character. Document.query. Selector. Close that. Open that. Now we're going to say text content. Looks good. Let's figure out which row we're doing. T row 4. So row 5. Ooh. Dot trim. Well, both of them are doing dot trim, so I should put trim on this. Good. Go back to 4. Not 44. We ain't there yet. Okay, let's check if they're equal, I guess. 4 is equal to 4, of course. And a 5, and a 6. Okay, that must mean select value is doing it wrong. Where's my return? Okay, so console log sv value CACL. Oh, I may just forward type that one out. Now this should run, so I should see this. Lots of spamming in the console. Now if I don't see it, that means my select value is false for some reason. I think I know what reason, but still, I don't think the reason should be that. So let's see what we got. Choose that one. Okay, so we see the two strings. I didn't console log the result. No, what have I done? Yeah, I need to check if they're actually equal or not. There we go. Now let's go back to the other one just for giggles. Yeah, so 109. Who's 109? Oh, it's instrument.js. Yeah, you mess up my line numbers, Violet Monkey. That is acceptable, I suppose. Okay, let's flip this back. The result equals false. So it says these strings, well, of course they're not. 3 Caillou learning, always learning? That's not right. Yeah, it's wrong. It's offset by 1. I don't know how I wrote that off so much. Is user row visible by parsing for parse user from row? So let's, oh, because it determines if it already exists or, yeah, because when I have them, it's off by 1. So instead of indexing from 0, index from the last one. Okay, I can do that. So clan is always going to be -2, and R is going to be -1. So row children 2. Let's actually reorder this. That's weird they're ordered like that. So yeah, because honor is going to be row.child ren.length -1, because it's always the last one. And this one's going to be the second to last one. Huh. That should solve all my problems. Okay, let's see. So they're visible, and they're staying visible. Great. Now I just gotta go find Devin again, because they are my only test case. Wait, is this not running? Is row visible? Oh, update visible users. That's the one that runs all. No, wait. Is row visible? Also runs a bunch of stuff. Huh. Well, problem for future me. Okay, we will scroll it down to figure out where. Oh, what's the username? I think I've. Oh, well, it's one more. Okay, so dev. Okay, I don't remember the name. Gotta go look it up. To the CSV or the JSON. Devon. There we go, 330. So you are my test case. That tells me nothing. There we go. Now I only see. For some reason I'm being visible, but it's okay. Let's clear. Go back to these. Do I see myself on this? I do. Clear this. Go back to these. Oh, I don't give myself a username, I bet. Yeah, okay. Let's. Oh, they're all false. Can I look at a true? There we go. So what's happening is I don't have a username assigned to my row, I bet. Yeah, look at that. I didn't give myself a username. Let's fix that. You know what? Let's not fix that. This is a feature, not a bug. Boom. Just made less work for myself. Because you always want to see where you are, no matter what list you're looking at. Yeah, total feature. Okay, yeah, so this filtering thing totally works. Does it work when it's already selected, though? We're about to find out, because we've got to refresh again and figure that out. So this time I'm going to specifically select only the other clan and see how scrolling. Well, I don't have the other clan to select, so I'm going to specifically select this clan and scroll past where Devon would be. Then I'll switch it back and try to scroll again to the bottom. See if this loading more users ticker will work when you have one page. Probably won't, but not my problem. I don't think it will be. Or at least won't be my concern. Yeah, so I'm just going to go past 3. I'm going to go under 300. Gives a lot more pages here. I'm not going under 300. But now, hey, there we go. There's the other tag. And we can see it's going through them. So if I clear this, so it went for one page. So if I go back to all, big scroll, and I'll go back to 100 devs, it'll go. Okay, maybe this thing doesn't work when you're when you only have, okay, this doesn't work as I kind of anticipated. That's not my problem. Here we go. So we have the new ones, we have the old ones. Get rid of all of these consoles because I'm not a fan of a little free lag. Now we're going to optimize, or we're going to do something more to this, right? So we fixed the duplicates. We added a cool little filter. We want to add a search box now, or just a textual filter at the very least. What determines if this thing gets more, though, right? I don't know. I have to figure out the JavaScript of what that logic is. It's some scroll detector. Yeah, I'm not doing that, though. Okay, so let's see. Because there's some internal page counter I do not have access to. Okay, so let us see. Let's add, well, so I'm happy with this, but let's do some more, right? So we're just gonna have a cute little search thing here. Brains are failing. Maybe we don't want a search thing. Maybe this is good enough. Yeah, I think I've done enough for this user script at the moment. Let's go to and update it accordingly. 1 point. I think it. Yeah, let's do that. There it is, my Codewars user script. I go to the edit page. Where's the edit page? edit there be. And there it is. There y'all go. If y'all want to give it a try yourself, no guarantees, but it seems to work pretty reliably. Okay, so this has been good progress beside that unreadable box. Oh, I should also add one more row. That would have been nice. But yeah, this is great so far. I was also able to successfully determine that there are no duplicates. Like, the duplicates happen, but we don't need to worry about them. So what I will do is we'll be taking a break, and I will scroll to the bottom of this to see what the true count actually is. And I'll also go to like someone else's page, like Barbara or something, see what the true counts are. So yeah, catch you at the end of the break. And that does conclude the end of the break. So let's see. We're gonna do an actual Code Wars. So we're jumping back to a real Code Wars real quick. Gonna try to get an easy one. I did start looking through the list, but I then stopped because I didn't want to. I mean, those are better reasons than it, but basically it wasn't worth it. Like, we already had the information we needed. Okay, we have a simple fun. Let's look at it. That's what I was gonna search anyway. We might, let me just look at the board real quick. I only got like 20 minutes till Mayan Wolf, so yeah, I'm not gonna get to number 3 today. Let's see how we do this. Given a 2D, it represents the prediction form like this. That is, okay. The first 0 and 1 at the first duel. 0 beats 1. The warrior 0 starts next to warrior 2. 2 beats 0. Oh, because you update your thing. Form 0, 1 equals 1. Why does 2 win? Let's look at the logic. Side of warrior 0 is warrior 1. Okay, yeah, that's how we count them. Prediction form that predicts winning and losing every 2 duels. It has no relevance. A beats B, B beats C, C beats A. Results of the draw lots. If A and B start A, B, C, then C, B, A, C will be final. If B and C start, B beats C, then A beat B. Okay, so there's a beating is like a winning order. What determines the number? If form IJ is 1, it means I can beat J. If form IJ is 0, it means, oh, okay, this is a 2D matrix. Yeah, this ain't like a 3 by, okay, I see. And there are how many? There are 3 warriors. So if 0, 1, okay. Who starts? Well, test count number of possible winners. Assume it's completely accurate. 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 3, 3. Warrior 3 is impossible to be a winner. Can 0 beat against 0? Well, 0 never goes against 0. Can 0 beat against 1? Let me go back to this logic. I might not be able to do this one, folks. Warrior 0 beats Warrior 1. Warrior 2 beat Warrior 0. Okay, I'm starting to see the logic. It's kind of like if you go first, then you'll lose secondly. I'm not going for that one, though. One's not a fun one. Let's simple fun. This order seems good enough. Good enough for me. Which kind of not trained on. That would help. Lonely Frog 3. Oh, I think I've seen this. No, I haven't. Seems a bit of a mathy one. Okay, let's figure this out. Okay, let's see what the plan is. Sorry, my brain started failing. Like, what am I doing here? Wait, 183. Was I supposed to turn a string? Okay, its output should be a number. Weirdo. Oh, these are labels. Oh, never mind. That's cool. So we'll jump 1 to 8. Move forward 1 unit. If you're at X point, you can move to X double point. Starting point is X, the largest point is Y. So if I'm at 1, then I go forward and double. Oh, forward or double. Minimal steps. Jump to target with minimal steps. Why would I never double? Oh, forward or double because it's the same action, right? Okay, yeah, so I'll just literally do it the same. So let current equals x. Well, it's x times 2, right? While, and it count how many I need to go there, right? So let I equals, steps. What am I need to counting? Minimal steps. Both of these are steps. Steps equals 0 for steps. Well, current not equal y. Steps plus plus. Current. If you're at x, you can move x times 2. Can I never ever double again? 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 48, 8 to 16. If you are at x point, I'm never at x point except for the first time. 3, double. I can just keep on doubling then? I don't understand. X equals 1. That don't make sense. Next one, to and from. Let's look at this lone. This is like level 3. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped on level 3 of this particular series. Only frog 1. Maybe that one will be easier to do. Okay, jump 1 unit more than last time. Oh, okay. Please be easier. Oh, this one's easier. Okay. Let's last jump equals 0. So n equals 2. You start at 1 and you jump backward. Oh, I can choose, but no, that's more. So it's the same logic, really. Just have to think again. And I got streamer brain. I ain't thinking. Non-negative enters, making an infinite sequence, just like Fibonacci. AB is the initial. Calculate the sum of the last 2 digits of the sequence, append to the end of the sequence, repeat until you have enough digits. I can do that. It's more math than the last one, but that's okay. And let's see. Let value equals a plus empty string plus b. It's an easy way to stringify those two. Write the sum of the last 2 digits of the sequence and append it to the end of the sequence. Repeat until you have enough digits while just return. Ooh, yeah, I need to do some logic here. Okay, so basically, I see that base case I need to prepare for. I need 9 digits, right? Complete the function, the nth digit of the sequence. Turns the nth. Oh, so once I have that many, I return that sequence, the digit at the nth index. Okay, that makes somewhat sense. Okay, let's give this a try. So, while, well, we need to handle when it's not. So, while true, or while the length of value is not equal to n, so our value dot length is less than n, right? Because we need the 9th digit. We don't have 9. We need to keep running. Here comes the logic. Constant sum equals value last 2 digits. So value dot length minus 2 plus value dot length minus 1. And these both need to be converted to numbers. So the unary plus operator. Now we need to say if not sum. Now, well, we do and append it to the end of the sequence. If we don't have a sum, then we're failing, so we're returning 0. Otherwise, it is value plus equal sum dot to string, and eventually we can return value at the nth index. It's probably going to be off by 1 though. Undefined. Okay, so less than or equal to 5 to equal 5. Okay, so let's turn that to a number. Okay. Oh no, infinite loop. What have I done? Yeah, it's an infinite loop, all right. Okay, let's. Oh no, it's a big test apparently. I don't know if I can handle the big test. I didn't think I'd need to optimize this. I'll use some. Maybe there's some form of pattern I'm supposed to recognize and optimize for. We'll see on the next time out. There we go. Oh, what's my nth though? Woo! Oh yeah, I'm supposed to recognize the pattern then be like, I got math for this, but I don't have math for this. 912. So I'm still to recognize the pattern. I can't. I'm not. There's supposed to be a pattern here. Basically, I'm supposed to check if. How would I recognize the pattern? An easy way to recognize the pattern. Oh, it's a tough one. I could search through the entire array. As you're saying, it needs to be more. Well, technically, so if it's a 2-character pattern, does it count? So if I see 1 1, if I just like, I see multiple 1 1s, is that pattern match you right? Yeah, so if I see 2 characters repeated, that indicates the pattern. Then I need to replace that. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not doing this one. um, hammering around or sort by God. I think I can do a sort. You're given an array of positive integers and a guide of the same length. Sort using by the following rules. If guide equals -1, don't sort. If guide not equal -1, sort. And among all the elements that be sorted should be the ith one. Okay, I might just be able to use the native sort method, but I'm about to find out. Okay, I think I can do this. Let sorted equals a new array. Or, no, we need to be 11 to say cost. So it'll be for value, well, for let I equals 0, I under array dot length, I plus plus. So we need to go through all of them. We'll eventually return sorted. Of course, this would be inside our function. We'll basically check if array guide is not equal -1. So array, no, we check guide because they're the one that matters. So if guide I equal -1 and put it right where it is. So it goes where it is, sorted. And I'll create sorted to be a new array. So this will be array.from length of array. And I'm seeing I can do a map of this, but too late now. I'll fill it with a bunch of nulls. So sorted I equals array I, else sorted I equals array should be the ith one 1 based. 1 based. 1 based. So I'm subtract it by 1. So if I'm saying, so if I say 1, if it says 1, it really means 0. So an equals array. And we're about to find out, won't we? Whew. Okay, so 78, 3, 78, 4, 3. Wow, okay, this exploded really easily. Oh, it's supposed to be if guide. No, wait. Okay, let's look at this again. So 56 should be the third one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 1. Plus 1, not -1. So who's supposed to be in 78? 0, 1. So should I implement a swapping that basically just swaps them for other values? Because if this one says it should be an index 3, then I'll just take it then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put it there. And is that how 78 gets there? No, 78 gets there because it pops out and it goes to that position. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get this one. I've already bailed out on a number of them. Stream brains really getting to me on this one. Huh. It's not a frequency sort. It's telling it where to go versus not telling it where to go. Kinda. No, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so if I get rid of all the guides, maybe I should sort the guide. So like if I say all the guides and get rid of the ones that don't care where they want to be, then I'll say, hey, all the ones that do care where they want to be, go where you want to be, and all the ones that don't care where they want to be, fill in the empty slots. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Const positioned equals guides dot filter I shouldn't use I. No, it is. No, it's P. P for position. P not equal -1. Then for all the ones that do want to be positioned, A, B, A minus B, right? Right. Now let's look at positioned. Nope, that's not how. I was doing like super strict not equals, folks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so these are the ones that want to be where they want to be. And then for the other ones, I essentially just pop them out. Yeah, okay, so I'll go through the array. Yes, I'm still using a new array, that's for sure. And I think I'll make it blank. So it's gonna be for everything, yeah, for all of them. I'm gonna say, hey, we're gonna add you to my sorted. So we're no longer assigning, pushing to the sorted. The one, well, if I do, I'm trying to think, what happens when it doesn't exist? It'll -1. Well, if it -1s, then it adds. I don't know. Let's see what it does actually. So yeah, we want the array, the element of the index of the guide, index of array, my. Yeah, let's see how sorted looks then. It's gonna be incomplete, or maybe it'll be somewhat undefined. 56 2 4 4 2. Let's look at that now. 56 2 4 4 2. 0 1 2 3. So 56 is where it needs to be. 2 is where it needs to be. 56 2 2 4. That's confusing. Okay, let's see. Let's check out the well, yeah, the negative, non-negative ones are the undefined, right? Yeah, because my positions are. It's log positioned again. One, two, three, four, 5. Three, 1. Yeah, so that one's working, kinda. If I just put them where they are, and I can just fill the. Yeah, so I want to just put all the ones that should be somewhere, and the rest of them just fill in. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1. Oh, 1 didn't really do its job, did it? So I need to grab the item at that index of I, maybe not array I, just I. '78 4 16. That's 0 1 2 3 4. No, that's not what I want. want either. What do I want? It's a good one, all right. Hmm. I'm trying to figure this one out. It's a cracker. It's a good. Takes a good cracking to get on. And again, GP not equal -1. That's what I want to do, right? Yeah, I don't want ones that don't have anywhere to go. Let's check if they are -1, right? Let's just start throwing stuff at the wall. 56, 2, 4, 4, 2. That don't look right. Okay, let's just take it and just. So we have sorted. Let's map over it, right? Map. So we have something that we want. So we have we have I. So we're gonna say, hey, if. Oh no, I didn't. Wait a minute. I made this position. I didn't even use it. Let's figure out what I'm supposed to do if it's positioned. Maybe I should loop over position instead. 56, 2. So it puts them where they need to go, but doesn't put the rest of them where it needs to go. Is 56 and 2? They are 0, 1. Index of I. What if I get the current number? Yeah, well, so if I don't think I should use position, the value at some point. Index of this one to be positioned. 78, 4, 56, 2, 4. That's the opposite of what I want. But if I have the opposite, then maybe that's the order of the undesirables. Yeah, that's the order of all the ones that I don't want. Okay, yeah, so if I have the order of the ones I don't want, then I can go through them and say, hey, if this is the one I want, then I'll just I don't know. So I do need to use the original guide. So I'll check the guide. So I'll check this index equals -1. If it is -1, then this is one of the ones where I don't care, aka the ones that I have in this sorted array. No, maybe I don't want. Okay, I'll try that. And otherwise, I'll pop it off. Sorted.pop. I can't use sorted.pop because I'm iterating over sorted. I can't use array pop because that has obligating duplicates. So if I array map, A is not defined. Oh, I've called it num. Well, what am I returning? 4, 2, 3, 45. Those are the absolutely positioned ones. Not equals -1. 56. Maybe I shift instead. Or is it unshift? No way. No freaking way. It just shows if you just keep throwing stuff and changing stuff around, you will get lucky eventually. Okay, let me try to figure out how this is working though. Yeah, so first we're starting off for creating log sort. Now sorted's kind of a liar at this point. Why aren't you logging yourself? Okay, yeah, the logs aren't happening. I guess I'll return. Yeah, come on, return 1 or something. Loving it. Okay, so this is all working good actually, but let me figure out how this works. Sorry, brain's being slow. So yeah, Wanda failed. So we have 76, 4, 56, 2, 4. These are, if we look at these, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 failures. Look at the indexes. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So there's the 3, the 45, skip 66, skip 2. So these are the ones not in here. So I basically got the, what are these? Fillers. These are the ones that just fill the space, right? And then we go through the actual array and we grab the index and the actual number. And we check, hey, if I'm supposed to be, like, if I don't care where I am, then use who I am right now. Like, -1, because remember, -1 says, don't sort me. So just put me where I am, keep me where I am. But the nums, oh, wait a minute, I have it backward. Feels like it's backward, though. Let's log this. Let's look at it again, okay? Whoops. Fillers, yeah, because fillers happens. Yeah. I'll also log it here. Log it there. Okay, there it is. So you can see that 3, 4, they come in. So when the guide I is equal to 1, as in we don't care, we continue using whatever's in here. Once we do care, we use the fillers. So these aren't the fillers ones, these are positions. Positions. So these are positioned. Yes, this makes much more sense. So once we get to the ones that need to be positioned, we put them in where they want to go. And it sounds like there's got to be a better, easier way to do this. So filtering was definitely the go-to option. I mean, filtering, sorting, I mean, yeah, I did need to do that. Felt like a better way to do that, though. Gotta be a better way. So let's see. Yeah, this is good. So I'm just trying to figure it out. But yeah, I think I figured out most of it. So these are all the ones that are absolutely positioned in the order they need to be positioned in. That's the important part. And then what we do is we go through the array and we say, hey, if you don't need to be positioned, I'll just take you. But if you are an index that's supposed to be positioned, you're obviously next, so I'll take you. Bit of a thinker, but it works. I save and we submit. There we go. We drop this in the chat. It's crazy enough to actually want to attempt that. There you go. And with that, I will be ending this stream a little. So my one's gonna be rating like 4 minutes. I'll be rating to them. But until then, let's see. Yeah, nowhere near the next one. But I will go ahead and use this time to go ahead and I have some code here. I'm going to go ahead and push to GitHub. I'm trying to remember the command that works, and the ones that don't format around here have some unchecked in code. What's this do? Yeah, I have this logic here. I also have this here for calculating order. Yeah, let's check out my git lg. Yeah, so this is git branch delete. And that would be, what is this? Manually calculate honor branch calculate honor, making a new one. Then I will git checkout calculate, once I type it right, calculate honor. I'll add these changes because it's where they need to go because they're not done yet. Work in progress. Love that message. I will check back out to main, git log all the messages. I need to see what's going on. Now I want to get back to this. Check out. Well, maybe I can do check out here, get merge main. I want to get fast forward. Oof, merge main into daily problem. Sure. I mean, it's very messy, but I just want to be able to run TS node. I don't have the thing on me. I can do npm run build. I can look at my old terminal for the ZSH history. And which one is it? Real history. TS node source. There it is. One of them's in here. Not view similars. Daily problem. Okay, there it is. It's the command I need. Technically, I need the entire command. Well, let's figure that out. Move things around. Yeah, I'm gonna run all the formatters. Daily problem root. Yeah, that should point me to the right one. Open a new terminal. Daily oh, should be here. Where is it? GitHub daily. Where is it? Active. No. Maybe it's only 2 up. Where it's somewhere around here. I lost it. Daily problem root. Double dot. Daily problem. Somewhere around here. Let me look at my commandos. Running all the commands. Who knows? We don't really need to run them. We'll just run it normally. Yeah, we don't need to know. TS node source download solutions. There we go. We'll just let it go by the default one. Whoa, that was too fast. Yowza, something's broke. What did I break? Oh no, because... Alright, I'm gonna look at the cache. Yeah, we got a big cache. Let's look at the output. 300 lines. Yeah, that's very broke. Okay. It only got me the new ones or something. Let's run it again. Download solutions. Page 1. Okay, so it literally stopped on page 1. Okay, something might have broken. Let's see, why does page 1 stop? If not left. Console log, new rows. Just take a peek at the data. Ooh, we have no data from page 1. We're not using the cache, so we're fetching first page. So cat is working. Fetch page plus plus. Let's see what this is being ran. Console log page username. Make sure this URL looks something alright. Page 1, that is correcto. Must be an HTML issue. Let's look at the cache for page 01. Page 1 rather. Let's see why it don't like working. Because there's nothing here. It's empty. Okay, so let's delete the cache. So it's obviously not working. Got me a poison cache. Cannot read null regarding href, line 32. Okay, so yeah, that should have added to cache. Let's look at it. Way down here. Apologies. Page 0. Page 0 must be the one failing. Cache page -0. Oh yeah, this is very broken. Well, I would try to fix it, but I have no idea. And it is time. Well, let me actually check something first. Checking. Yep, it is time. So you shall head on over to Mayan Wolf. She's gonna also be doing some Code Wars. So Code Wars to Code Wars. Thank everyone for stopping by. Anyone who watched the VOD. And let me push the raid button. Y'all have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Bye.